Very well, so here I make a copy from the main page and move on with the work. Okay, on the main page, based on the options that we have, pizza, burger, chicken, and drink. Pizza, burger, chicken, and drink are our options. We can have these, or finally, we give it this item. Now, this application is a find restaurant. That is, you can find your own specific restaurants on the app. You can even make an order or list, but the other section is connected to this one and can help find the food in the restaurant section, through which you can find your certain restaurants and menus. So I use these 4 items in the main page that is going to be set here. Of course, here we are going to set which items it contains and what's on the designing and other items that are necessary for this app. So at first I delete this one. Okay. There were some problems here that we needed to rectify. I delete them as well so that we would have a better view. Okay, we don't need the items here. I delete these and I want to have this one. And let's see the background that it has used up. The code is 6F. It is not a gray color. So what I do is to set the 4 items, pizza, burger, chicken, and drink on the main page, and do the rest of the operations on them methodically and satisfactorily. So what I need to do is to design the main page much better. And finally, the element that I need there. Okay, so that I can set them here. Alright, we move it to the left a little bit. And this one as well. That's where we are going to set this. Alright, that's up to here. Of course, I zoom in a bit. A little. We need to add some spaces in pairs. We can have them. Okay, I want to set them here, and this one would be moved over here. It would be set on this side, like that. Okay. And let's see the other options that we have. And this one would be set exactly at the center. We increase the size of these items, okay, like this, so that we can have a better view and appearance. Okay, like this. And now, okay, the find your restaurant section. We have it on this page. We don't have anything special here. And imagine as soon as hitting the drink, this page is going to show, and by hitting any options, the items related to that page are going to show up. Okay, and now we can have the header section here. This section, we can have it here, so that the navigation of your work looks much better, as it should. Yeah, it's going to be a design that specifically caters to your needs and your specific tastes, as it should. Alright, sometimes it causes some specific problems, but overall we need to take care of the designing one bit at a time to make sure that everything is working perfectly. Okay, very well. That's what we have up to here. We have this right now. Of course, here we need to apply some changes on the page in order that here, let me see, we have list here. I delete the border that we have like that. That's what we're going to do. Okay, very well. Yeah, look, what I do is to like this. I delete the border for this one and this one as well. Okay, I need to delete the borders for this one. It was one by one like that. What we want, okay, very well. Alright, let's up to here. We have this checked. It's in our pocket now, no problem with it. In our pocket, very well. Let's see if we have any problems. We zoom in. There's no problem. It preferably would look like the items that we previously had, and so that it contains the other items. Here, let me get back. A few items are missing here. Let's see what items there are and what we should do with them accordingly. Okay, nothing special. I just have the back page here. We can give it the back page. That would be an option, a wise one, of course. The reason why we change all the items is because all the items have become integral. So in order to change the integrity, there are better things that we can do. Imagine this item. There is going to be set here. We can have it based on the other one. But there is a difference. We don't need that one, and this one is going to be here. Okay, very well. We don't have another item, and of course we can set the main icon over here in order to be able to return to that page. Okay, very well. On the main page, as you see, we have the items. We can add other items as well, such as here. I move it down a bit so that it would be in proportion to the size of the logo. And these icons here. Okay, very well. Now we set an item called found restaurant so that it can return to this page. Okay, like that. Very well, we set the items called found restaurant. So from here I say found restaurant. Okay, restaurant, RESTAURANT. I can set a button here so that, let's see, set a button here so that it looks like this. I want to set it exactly here, okay, and this one would be pasted on top of that. The color would be changed to white, and finally prototype section would be finished. Okay, we go to the prototype section or option, and to this page specifically it will be redirected here. As you can see, it would return to this page, so that we have easy out, and from here easy in. Okay, very well. Now I add another option here called skip, so that if the user doesn't want to log in, then we set it here. In the prototype section, we say by hitting skip, go to the main page. Very well, I start the work from here, play, go, the pages on these items, sign out, sign in, and of course this skip needs to be contained in both sections. That is, here it needs to be set. Okay, we set it here so that the user can return to the main page. So I set it here, auto animate play. This page is being performed for us. These items need to have been chosen, preferably, so that they can be shown as the main items on the main page. It is working, and the escape button. Okay, and here imagine we want to have found restaurant button. As you see, I can see the restaurant, of course, because the size of this page is not proportionate to the size that we have given it. We are going to correct it in the next view, so that we can have the view in proportionate sizes. That's up to now. Nothing special, in fact, was performed or done. We are just using the left option of the site, the left part of the site. We need to check this page. This page, as you see, 750. This page is 750 times 1334. Okay, I change this. Let me check it once again. Okay, probably we need to design it on our own so that we can have access to more items on it. So what I do here is to set this page in proportion to this page. I make a copy, and of course what we have over here, I need to change this one. Now if you check, imagine the prototype section, we don't give it there, we give it to this page, and I want to give the back item to this one. Very well. Again, I perform this found restaurant, and yeah, we can have all the items. Yep, very well. So up to here we have designed the main page. We are going to take care of the rest of the job in the coming sessions, so stay with me. Very well, we are going to get on with the rest of the work here in the found restaurant option that we have. We are going to choose as the name of the prototype. Okay, and we start with the work. Very well. You have taken care of the item before. You have been working with it. Well, there is nothing special that we are going to design. Here we are going to see how we can design such a page. Let's see how we can design it. On the first page, we can even have some dynamicism. How? For instance, by clicking on the search options, we want to darken the background and make it dynamic. A keyboard on the lower part would come up as an animation so that we can work with it. I delete this again. From here I copy my page, set found restaurant as the title, and now I start applying the settings I intend to have on my page. Okay, like that. And this item and this one are what I want. I want to paste them here. Okay, I don't want to or need to have this. Okay, we can have it there. There is no difference, but let's see how we can incorporate this one. Very well, I don't need this item. I delete this temporarily, and here is the found restaurant section that we are going to have. It is a different way we are going to reach this. Okay, I remove this item, replace this with this one, and finally we are going to set up this section. I can copy the same item. I can copy this, and the shadow is removed. Okay, the inside color will change to gray. Alright, I increase it a little bit so that it incorporates all the items that are related. The search icon, I set it here, and the next inside this in the same fashion and manner and way. Alright, let's see what we got over here. Of course, there are some options that we can work with proportionately. Find your restaurant, I say, and finally this one. I want to have it at the center of the page. The color code is taken from this, like that. And okay, the font would be set at 225. That's up to here. We can have this. Alright. Because we want to cover the space. Okay, the items that we have here need to be decreased in size so that we can have such a page. Okay, I decrease the size of it like that. Alright, and this much. I said this here, of course, I decrease the spaces. Alright, And finally, this one is set right over here. Okay, the items are exactly at the center so that we know what's going on. We have such an item. The designing of these items is really simple. From here, make a copy and paste it. This is really simple. We have already been dealing with these items. Okay, I set this here like that, and a little, let's see, the images need to be set on the center. I zoom in. Okay, I set this right over here, and this one the same fashion here, exactly at the center. I set it here. So that I would have them like this. Very well. It doesn't have a lot of options available. Making such elements, the only thing that we want to have is to have a keyboard that is going to show up to the user when he clicks on this option. Okay, I have already prepared the layout for the keyboard, and I've copy pasted it in the XD file so that I can work with it. Here I copy and paste this, and now what I do is to set it right over here. Of course, before that I want to have a shadow. Okay, here, so from here I set an item over there. I don't want it to have border, and I can blur it or not. I can darken it a little, make it look blurry and opaque like this. Okay, up to 40%, and in the end, what I do is to move the keyboard to here, to the center. This item, I set it down like that, A, B, C, as you can see. So you can see how things are done step by step. And of course, the items that we have over here. What I need to do is I need to set it on the work like that. Okay, the prototype section of the site is finished. See how it is from here to this page. Okay, this page would return easy out this section. It would enter this section, and finally, for instance, I say if on this part or here, let me move this down a bit, down to here, if it is like this, and from here, we zoom in. Okay, go back to the former page. Very well. So finally we play the work at this stage. Okay, found restaurant, the back button. By clicking on this, it is going to be shown to me. I can hit this. Okay, very well. So up to here the page is being shown to me. I have designed it, and we succeeded in finishing this item, and we move forward. I hit back up to here. So within the next items we need to act the same way. That is this part, that is a navigation section. We need to design it like this, and only this section needs to be blurred so that the user can easily find his own items by typing. Okay, so that's for this page, and finally we go to this one that we are going to have on our design, UI design, on this page by hitting this button. Let me erase this and move it here, and I want to, by clicking on this item, get a list of the items shown to me like this based on this picture. There is nothing special about the operations that are happening, okay? And just an interface has been designed here that we are going to see and work with. Okay, we make a copy from this page like that. Based on that, and I just need to design this section, that is how is I use this title for here. Again, I make a copy from this so that I can have it. Okay, I move it down a bit so that there won't be no overlapping. Now I want to have this. So what we do is here exactly like that, up to here. I set it there. Okay, and now we want to have round corners. The corners that are here need to be rounded up. Okay, the top section and top right and top left. That's right. Let's see how we can do it. We are going to set it to 30. Okay, so here that is what we do. I move the border in the end to 30. Okay, and I add this one. Very well. Here we need to darken the page so that we can see it. So I move it up to here like that. And here I move this over there so that I would be able to see the shapes much better. And finally the items that I want. Okay, I set them there. Okay, I make a copy from them and set them right there. Okay, very well. I perform the rest of the process, the prototype section, in the same manner. Designing this is really simple and straightforward. Okay, I set it over here, and now we are going to perform the prototype. We want it to be like this. Auto animate, easy in, and finally when I click on it, again it returns to the main page, easy out. Okay, we run and play the work. Okay, of course here we shouldn't have the prototype like this. We need to get that item from this page, so I set it here like this, easy in. I hit the back button, okay, and move it here, easy out. Okay, now we check the overall structure that we have up to here. We have the search, back, and when we hit this item, the keyboard opens. There's a problem here. Let's see what the problem is. Okay, and see why it doesn't play out the way we want it to play out. Okay, and now I play this. Let's see what happens. It's okay now. Good. Very well. And finally, the items that we can have here. Okay. That's what we have over here. Very well. The items have been set up accordingly. Okay, I remove this from its prototype formatting, a special format that it got. They have been set up accordingly. I set it here as well. And set their position. I go to the prototype and see which pages we have here. Alright, very well. From here, again on the main app page, open it and test it again. Okay, found restaurant, search this option. We have got a problem here, of course. The problem is as soon as it goes to this page, when it has this option over here, it doesn't work the way we want it to. Okay. This page needs to go from here. It should be performed on this page. Okay. Okay, we can pass it from here. Imagine we have it in here. And the back button is set here. Now it needs to work. How we expect it to work? I hit search. When I hit, it opens it for me like that. Very well. That's up to here. And if I click on this restaurant found app, this one should open for me. And if I hit back, the same thing is going to happen. So I analyze it. When I hit the search, this happens. And this one, the list, shows up. And we have the keywords, the categories that are related to the restaurants are being shown to me. Very well. So up to here, we have checked all the points one by one and designed them. The transition and the prototype section, they have been set up, and now we are left with the pages, and those pages are not that difficult to perform. Designing them is or could be a practice for you, so that's what you should do so that you would be able to practice. I don't perform them. It is based on the further items that you can have. I wish you success in all your practices and your designings.